Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. And it's a Monday night, and I can't believe another week has passed. But I'll tell you, I have a great show lined up tonight with a awesome guest. If you saw the Facebook promo post, and you know who it is, and it's Kelly Shores, Ready Set Drone. He's the founder of Spin Up, and I'm proudly wearing the Spin Up T-shirt. And I can't wait to get out there and see everybody because Spin Up is such a great event. But I'm going to let Kelly enjoy the shrimp and lobster in the back room, and I'll be bringing him in shortly. And he's going to tell us all about Spin Up 2023. So I tell you, I had a busy weekend, long weekend. It started with actually Thursday. I flew drones with Rob Kamada, at a secret spot, of course, And then on Friday, I flew with John Gregory, Connecticut Pirate. John came across on the Long Island ferry. It takes you from Bridgeport to Port Jefferson. And we've been planning this little meetup for a year and a half now. So I was so glad that John finally made it. The past 2 weekends were canceled because of weather, but I ended up filming the ferry coming in, and John was on the ferry waving, and it was just a fun day. And then I took him to another location on the South Shore of Long Island, and we flew the Patchogue Lighthouse, and it was just a fun day flying with John. And I tell you, he's got that Mavic 3 thermal drone, and it's really a cool drone. Um, but as you guys know, my favorite drone is the Mavic 3, and I won this drone at Spin Up 2021, and it was just an incredible moment when I won it. I almost fell off my chair. But anyway, maybe we'll relive a little of that during the show tonight, uh, because I do have that moment queued up. But anyway, I got to say, it humbles me every time, I go on live because you figure nobody's going to be watching tonight. But you guys are there, and I really appreciate it. And I got to say thank you, really. John, Connecticut Pirate, he was number one. He checked in early, and it was good to see John. And Michael Belshi, Bam Drones, he was number two right behind him. And Jack Rabbit, he's back from Italy now, so he's joining us tonight too in the chat. And Joe, Jaybird Drone, always good to see Joe. And Trucker Steve is watching tonight, but I don't know where he is. He travels the country in his 18-wheeler, and it's always good to see Steve. So, and John Olson's in the house tonight, and I want to wish John, hope your wife is recovering well. I know she had surgery recently, and our prayers are with her, and we hope she gets well soon. So, but anyway, and Joel, Mr. Skyfly's watching tonight. It's funny, like, because I really mean it. I worry that people are going to watch this show. But anyway, but I knew that Kelly Shores would be a a great guest, and people would want to hear all about Spin Up. So it was perfect timing, you know. Spin Up is here. It's next Saturday. So, um, but anyway, then we got number 107 drones, Barkley. He wanted to be number 107 on the fourth annual South Florida drone meetup list. So he's got that number for the South Florida drone meetup. So it's always good to see Barkley. By the way, we've got 80 people that say they're going to come next year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, John, Flying Flynn Media is watching tonight. And got to say um, hello to John. He's always putting out videos, and his photo, his incredible fall foliage photo, was chosen for the DJI Adventures Facebook page this week. So congratulations, John. You are an incredible photographer and drone pilot. But thanks for watching tonight. And I'm going up the list. And Drone Show Live, how you doing? Uh, Tony, how you doing? Good to see you. He's watching all the way from England. You know, appreciate that. You know, and Jerry Bauer's watching. Genesee, how you doing, Genesee? Good to see you. She's also on the drone meetup list. She's number 108 on that drone meetup list. But anyway, and we got Dusty, East Coast Thrills watching. Um, and I don't want to miss anybody, so I'm pretty slow with the names, so bear with me. Sergeant Rock's watching tonight. Good to see you. And Greg Pittman and Tony Faz is watching. How you doing, Tony? Good to see you. Greg, did I say Greg Pittman? Did I just say Greg? Greg Pittman and DeMarco. We got a drone celebrity watching tonight. How you doing, DeMarco? Hope you're feeling better. And I look forward to seeing you at 9 p.m. tonight, along with Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford on Drone Nation. So, and then we got Jeff, Carolina Airshots. How you doing? Good to see you. And let's see, Drone Guy 42 Angels watching. He's over there in New Jersey. So, but anyway, I know Kelly's probably stuffed on that. I'll get back to the name shortly. I'll try to keep an eye on you as you come in. But we got a special guest tonight, Kelly Shores, and he's coming to us all the way from Texas. So I'd like you all to give him a warm welcome. So, hey, Kelly.
Hey, Captain Ray.
Good
How
to
you
see
living?
you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you
Hey,
look
get this
good.
here.
You know, you sound good.
Good,
But I
good.
know you've been busy, and I'm so glad you took the time out to be on the show tonight.
Stuff in my face with the shrimp and lobster, man. You know how to throw a backstage party.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm wearing my spin up
I see
shirt.
that. You got
You
the
know,
vintage. That's from
yeah,
2020.
I tell you, you
That's a
know,
this is 2017 right here.
and
This
I- and and I got to say thank you again for picking
I
my
you
name
know,
out of that fishbowl. Well, you didn't
I
pick
didn't
it,
even
but
pick it out. Yeah. It was fate. You were meant to win that thing.
you know, but I love it, and every time I fly it, I think of you and
Well, I
spin up,
appreciate
and
that.
really,
That was a great moment, a great year, and yeah, we've got it feels like it took a long time to get to October, and now it feels like time is going pretty quick. Although this week will go by slowly, but a lot of people will be in Friday night. We're gonna have the reception at the Whitestone Brewery like last time. We
okay,
have that
yeah,
porch reserved
that's a
for
nice
us.
little venue,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a great little venue close to the where the event is taking place. It's right by all those vintage trains. You
yeah,
know
the
that
trains, right,
the old trains are there. There's a lot of stuff in that area, and the people at that at Whitestone are just super nice. So I've been very happy about that. Then I actually have the agenda put together for Saturday.
oh,
I don't
okay.
know if you know Sean Oz is going to speak.
Yeah, I
He's
heard
been
that.
putting together a
Yes. Yeah,
presentation.
that's going to be great.
Sean Hickey from Geeksvana will not be in person, but he will be on
Okay.
remotely. And I had a meeting with him 2 days ago to go through his presentation, or Friday, and he's got some really interesting stuff. I'm actually pretty excited to hear.
Very cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, we've got Jace from Jace, former Air Force
Lift.
pilot
That's
from
lift,
Lift
right?
Aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, one of the things I'm really pushing for him to do is to try and get us the access to. I don't know if you know, I get to fly in that thing. I get to fly in his manned aircraft.
You did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Me,
How was
Chris.
it? Tell us about that experience.
So it's an amazing experience. You go there, and the first thing you do is you go through a little training session, and they have a simulator, and you wear Oculus goggles, so you can look around, you can see the field that you're on, and they've mapped the field, so it's the actual field that you're flying on.
Mhm.
They give you, the basic controls, and it's super simple. It's stabilized, right? So the thing, and you're hovering. So when you take off, you're just hovering, and you twist. Actually, there's a little lever, and when you pull it one way, you yaw right. When you push it the other way, you yaw left, and
Really?
then the joystick forward, backward, left, right, diagonal. Just like the stick on your drone. And so you're limited to, I think, 25, 35 feet, 40 feet, something like that. Not super high, but I'll tell you, when you're up in that thing, you feel like you're pretty high up in the air. You ever
Oh, I
notice
can
that when
imagine.
you're up in the air, someone looks up at you, you don't look that high, but when you're up there looking down, it looks higher.
Looking down, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it had to be an incredible experience
It
flying in
was
that.
it was really great, and then, at some point, once you're used to it, he just lets you fly around this field, and it's a pretty big field, so you can go around, do figure eights. I did some, like, combinations of going left and yawing at the same time, just trying to imagine that I was filming, actually. It was kinda like I was filming with a drone. Um,
Yeah.
so they're opening, I believe, at the beginning of either the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. You'll actually be able to go, and I think it's $200. It's not cheap, but I think it's
They
200 bucks to
they're
fly
they're
for.
going around the country, right? And
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna
selling
take.
selling rides in it, right?
Exactly, exactly. And
Mhm.
and rides, you really do get to fly it. I mean, there's somebody there with the remote that could take over if needed, but it was just a cool experience. I feel like I wanna do it again, and now that I'm not nervous about it, it would be even more fun the second time. Now, you've
Oh,
spent a
yeah.
lot of
Were
time
you
in the
nervous?
air.
Were you really nervous?
I was a little nervous. I was a little, not because I thought of safety, more just because I was kind of worried I was going to mess something up, like that anxiety of, oh yeah, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do that. You know how that is going in the air.
Sure, sure. I know.
Got to
I'd
got to
be
keep
petrified, to be honest with
keep
you.
your mind sharp.
Hey,
Well,
we got Maddie, we got Steve Jones watching there.
hey,
How you
Maddie,
doing?
what's up? Yeah,
Ronnie, God bless America.
I saw you got a good crowd tonight. You're
Lee,
36.
Yellow Rose Jones.
Lee's there. Awesome. Lee's going to be at Spin Up. Yeah, and so I know. Are you getting it on Friday,
Yeah,
Ray?
but I'm gonna be down at San Antonio. I'm driving up Saturday. Yeah, Saturday morning I'll get up
Oh,
there.
nice,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, so have you been to San
Yep.
Antonio much?
No, no.
Oh, you
First
going to the
time.
Riverwalk?
Yeah, that's the plan. Yep.
Nice,
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
That's where I was born,
And the
Kelly Air Force
Alamo, and the
Base.
Alamo.
Gonna go to the Alamo. You got to go see the Alamo. Let me tell you, when do you get to San Antonio?
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday. Um, if you are you an early riser? For some reason, you strike me as you might be a guy that gets up early.
Well, not sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
There's
Yeah.
a place, my favorite restaurant in San Antonio is actually a breakfast place. It's called Mi Tierra, and
Okay.
if you can go have breakfast at Mi Tierra, it's one of the coolest experiences. The place is very big, and it's decorated to the nines, like a fiesta meets Christmas.
Okay.
It, it's
Cool.
it's
Cool.
yeah, it's walkable if you're downtown. If you're staying downtown, it's a couple of blocks from the Alamo and the
All
Riverwalk.
right. Cool. Very good. I stayed at the Crockett Hotel. I don't know if
Oh,
you're
that's
familiar with
yeah,
that
Davy
one.
Crockett. That,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
that's
but
a historic place.
that's
That's
what they say. Yeah.
yeah.
Had good reviews.
Yeah, no, I've never stayed there. I've been there. I've walked past it. And if you get to also do the tour where you ride on the boat on the Riverwalk, the nice thing about that is the boat takes you all around the
Right.
city,
That's what
and
I had
and there's
heard.
a tour guide that'll tell you what all the buildings are, and how this was built, and yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
it's like an hour and a half long. I think it's 10 or 15 bucks to do it, and it's kind of a good overview of the whole city of San Antonio.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
That's awesome.
Hey, we got Lloyd, the grumpy vlogger.
Hey,
How you
Lloyd.
doing?
Hey. By the way, I have
Captain
to
online.
I have to give props to Lloyd. So last time I was on first Friday. It was the night before the Texas OU game, and I think I might have said some things that I now regret because OU played a fantastic game. They beat us fair and square. You know, we did not play our best, but OU did. They played their best, and they deserved to win. So, Lloyd, congrats, man. I'm got to say, I respect Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but I got to say
No. I know.
it hurt.
But I tell you, spin up is such a great event. It really is. You know, you start with the meet and greet, and
Oh
it's
yeah, you got some nice pictures.
Viewers, because you're all here.
we'll show a little of that now.
There's Chris Hope. Chris Hope in the house. Chris, tell me about the hat.
This is the
What
meet
about,
and
man,
greet.
this hat's been
You
around
know,
for about
But you
10
get to
years.
meet
It's a mowing hat, beach
everybody.
hat, whatever hat.
You know, when we did the very first spin up in
What are you beaching
2017,
about? Beaching about?
nobody had met,
Nothing,
or
man.
very few people had met. It
It's a
was
good night.
now
it's
there's
a great night.
meetups. Now, you know, I've seen a lot of these folks in person 4 or 5 times.
Lots of people in the house
Yeah,
here
right.
tonight.
You've been doing it 5 years, right?
This will be the 5th year.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, you
it's
took last year off,
You know,
but
these
yeah.
are all my people here, and so therefore,
But look at everybody.
did I
Joe Blaylock.
let me film this?
You guys have to understand.
Oh, this was from first Friday. Okay.
First Friday. You got some viewers popping in.
Nice.
Hey, this is First Friday.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah, we're really doing this.
I haven't seen this since that year, right?
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
great.
For the
Little
weekend.
memory
Just for the
lane.
weekend.
Hey, man, that's the
I
best.
mean,
part
you know
about
what's
it.
so great about
We'll
the
be back on
meetups
focus.
is you
Troy's
get
focused
to
on
meet
Monday.
Troy's
everybody,
gonna speak tomorrow.
obviously.
He's gonna tell
Yeah,
us all
100%.
about FPV. He's gonna
You know, and
let
this-
us
And that's the same with
People with their
your
dreams are,
meetup.
talk to
Your
them
meetup
about
is
the
amazing too.
He could be
Well,
the real
thank you.
throne Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
we don't know. We don't
I mean,
know.
we didn't have a meet and greet the first year, but
Jesus
He's
look.
got
you
to
know,
tell
we
John.
have
Tell
sent,
John.
copied you
For a second.
with your meet and greet, and
He's
it's
actually
a fun night.
How old are you?
I had a lot of
like
fun
42.
bowling that night
Wow.
at that
Oh,
sports
yeah,
bar,
I know.
Uncle Bill's.
He does, dude.
Uncle Bill's
Devil,
place.
you what,
That
26?
was a blast. And I got to bowl with Dennis Lovelady, who is and Bam Drones. Michael, that was also really fun. Was getting to bowl with those guys.
I just went live. Did you?
I know.
We watched it.
Well, anyway, I wanted to show a little bit of meet and greet to give
Dennis
people an
Lovelady, ladies and
idea.
gentlemen. Dennis, you won
That's
one of the
Dennis
DJI hats the
Lovelady.
first year.
I did.
I had this awesome photo
Dennis
of
will be
you
playing
in that
some
hat,
music.
smiling. You got a
Sure.
great smile.
There's Kai. You got to tilt the camera up.
Come down.
I was so intimidated talking to him because you have to look up.
My wife's always like,
He's the nicest guy ever. Kai
Hey,
is
Chris.
Jackrabbit FPE.
Yeah.
you can't beat this group.
How's it going? We're live.
Hi, that's my wife.
Hello. Are you FaceTiming right now?
Yes, we
But
are.
I'll have
He's really
to say,
here. He didn't go somewhere else. He told you.
it was
He told you right.
it was
it was just a quick layover in Las
yeah,
Vegas.
yeah. And whatever happens.
it's Mike, right?
And you can-
Mike.
So
But that was great.
yeah,
Now, let
yeah.
me see if I can cut off the right one now. I think.
I think
probably-
you got it.
Let's see. I'll probably.
So tell me this: when you went out to fly with all those folks,
There it is. Yeah.
Ray, when you went out to fly with all those folks, you said you had a long weekend of flying, meeting up.
Yeah.
What did you mostly fly the Mavic 3?
Yes. That's the drone I flew. Yeah, I love it.
Have you seen the
And-
new Mini at all? The new Mini 4?
No, I have the Mini 3. I have it right here.
How do you like it
A
compared
lot
to
of
the
people
Mavic 3?
say what, the Mini?
Yeah,
compared
yeah.
to that?
Like when do you fly the Mini versus the Mavic
I
3?
very rarely fly the Mini 3. I love the Mavic 3, and I just love it. So I fly
Well,
it.
even like traveling, will you bring the Mavic with you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you
I
just
don't
carry-
think it's that much bigger. I mean, it is.
It's a little
You
bigger.
compare 'em, but I sort of have my system. I got my little backpack that I carry also, you know.
When it folds
But-
down though, it's really not unreasonable to travel with. Did
Right.
you ever fly a Phantom back in the
Yeah,
early
that's
days?
what I started with when I got serious, a Phantom 4.
That is that's a lot to travel with. I've traveled with the Phantom before, and it's it's just it doesn't fold, right? And so it's kind of like you have this cube. It's almost like traveling with a cooler, with a cooler full of drinks.
Yeah, I had brought it down to Florida the year I went down for the winter. It came with me, and then I brought it back. And again, um, it was bulky. Put it that way.
Yeah. Certainly the Mavic is a big improvement on the bulkiness. But you're in New York right now, right?
Yes, I'm on Long Island. Yes.
Okay. Are you going
Yeah.
back to Florida for the winter?
Yeah, we go down November 16th.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm looking forward to it, to tell you the truth.
Did you get any of that
Because
flooding a couple of weeks ago?
no, not out here.
Not
No,
at
not
all.
where we were.
That was
No.
just Manhattan.
Yeah, they got it pretty bad, but we were good out here. Actually, today, to tell you the truth, today I flew the Mavic 3, and I went over to the Shoreham Nuclear Power Plant.
Okay.
And as I was going over there, it was a very, very high tide, and that creek road had flooded out. I couldn't
Oh
get
no.
down where I usually fly, but I ended up, flying from a parking lot close to it, and I got the flight in, and that
High
was
tide
good.
from rain or high
No,
tide
from
from
from the Long Island Sound. Yes, Long Island Sound comes in, and it floods this one wetland.
Oh, it just
And
depends on when you go. It could be low or high.
yeah, the high tide floods and a stream high tide floods the road also.
And how much difference, like how many inches or feet of water come on?
Well, I didn't want a chance going through it. Put it that way. It was a good 6 to 8 inches of water across the road.
Oh yeah, that'll push a car.
Yeah, so I just went to a parking lot and I flew almost to the power plant. It's a deactivated power plant, you know.
You know
But
what that's called? Not driving through that water. That's called wisdom.
true.
you, you,
Well,
you,
why look for trouble, you know?
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not going to be if you don't have to drive through something, then don't do it.
So tell us more about Spin Up. What else? What else is going to be happening?
Well, I
How
got
about raffle prizes? You got some raffle prizes?
I do. I have Insta360.
Yeah,
I
nice.
have some. I'm trying to adjust my camera here. Does it seem like it's bouncing up and down to you or
A
something?
little bit, but no,
Yeah, I
no.
can't figure out why that's doing it. So
And I'm trying to keep an eye
Insta360.
on the chat. If anybody has any
Oh
questions for
yeah, let
Kelly,
me flip
please
over to
ask.
the chat too. Um, yeah, I've got a Go 3. I've got a their latest phone gimbal, Insta360's latest phone gimbal. I've got a bunch of RC cars. These are ones um, that were sent to me, and I did a video about them, and they're a ton of fun. They're super
Yeah.
fun to play with. Um, I have Emacs has given us several Emacs drones. As a matter of fact, Cornell's going to be there. He's coming in to speak. He's going to do a talk about the behind the scenes. So what goes on behind the
Okay.
scenes. Primal Drones. Hey Kelly, how much are car races going to affect traffic in Austin area this weekend? I don't know the answer to that 100%, but I can tell you that we're on the opposite side of town. So the F1 race is southeast and we are northwest. So I'm really kind of surprised how much overall it seems like there is some impact to, I mean, hotel costs, of course.
Right.
Airport might be more crowded than normal because of F1, but as far as traffic goes, everybody's going to be going down on that southeast side to F1, and we'll be on northwest. So I don't think you'll notice much.
Good.
Although Austin
Yeah.
traffic can be a little much at times.
Yeah.
Um, we also are setting up some tiny whoop races for the day of the event in the facility. So we'll have people go and if you want to sign up. I kind of was talking to Chris about it, whether or not we get just random people to race or if people actually have to sign up. And I think they should sign up. I mean, it's anybody can sign up. It's not going to be limited. It's just if you want to do it, we'll put your name in a hat and we'll pick people to race. It'll be FPV with the Tiny Hawks. Now, have you flown a Tiny Hawk? I think Captain Ray, I've heard that your flight of a tiny hawk was like straight into a ceiling.
Yeah, it's right here.
Is that yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I still got the dent in the ceiling. No.
Did it just went straight up?
No, I just went straight up and came right down. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I've had a couple of that. I've had a couple of that going on where I've had the drone just take off and like actually hit me and bounce off and keep going. You know, it's weird how that can sometimes be
Yeah.
I don't know
No,
what's
no.
going on.
Well, I know the Avada. So many people have the Avada, and I really, would like to really try it again a couple more times before I commit. And if I can handle it, maybe I'll ask Santa for it.
I think you'll be able to handle it. I just held it. I just reset my
Okay.
camera.
I was
So
wondering what happened.
yeah, I
All
just
right.
reset it to see if it'll behave now. So the nice thing about the Avada, kind of the same way that the kind of the same way that
You're blocked, Kelly, just to let you know.
yeah,
Something's
no.
blocking you.
All right, I'm gonna switch to my like built-in webcam. It's not quite as good, but how's that? That's
Yeah,
probably
good.
better.
Okay. Yeah.
So have you flown in Nevada, Ray?
Yes, yeah. Michael Wright let me fly his. I flew it with the motion controller,
Okay.
and then Rob Kamada let me fly his with the sticks.
With the sticks. And which did you
Yeah.
like better?
The sticks. I found the
Yeah.
stick easier to control it, and I flew it like a GPS drone, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Did it make you feel you had the goggles on though, right?
Yeah, I had the goggles on. Yes.
Did
Yeah.
it make you feel seasick at all?
No, no. But I've been forewarned that newbies should sit down when they put goggles on
yeah.
and fly.
Yeah, you'll get dizzy. You'll start going like this.
Yeah. So
It's a good idea to be seated. Although I've gotten used to standing, but I find if I'm gonna stand, I gotta lean against something because I will get a little bit dizzy. Oh, thank
yeah,
you, Scott.
yeah.
Appreciate
And
that.
Paul let me ride along for the first time. Paul Drone Bum, that is.
Nice.
And he's the one who told me, you should sit down maybe. And then Joe Fortaleo let me ride along with
Oh,
him, and I was sitting
he
down.
flies aggressively.
I know.
He gets
I'm
after
telling
it.
you, he is an incredible FPV pilot.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was so good. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No,
But
he definitely he flies without any fear or hesitation. And so
yep,
does
and
Maddie.
I flew along with Maddie too down
Yeah.
in Florida. Yeah,
Nice.
and that
Well-
was cool.
Well, one of the coolest places, if it's not windy, is that pavilion where you do your meetup. Now, tell me the date this year. Is it right at the beginning
April
of April?
6th. April
Okay.
6th. So
That's actually better for me because my wedding anniversary is right before that. So it's nice that it's a few days later. Is that a Saturday?
yes, it's a Saturday, and we have the meet and greet Friday night, and then we have a second day of flying on Sunday, and we finish it up with a half day fishing trip on Monday.
Oh yeah. So tell me about
And we're
that
having
fishing
at
trip.
that same venue.
That last
And-
fishing trip you took. How many people caught fish?
Everybody that was fishing caught fish. You do. I mean, this captain and this boat is a great boat in the area. The Lady Stewart, it's called. If I knew we were going to be talking about it, I would have had a picture.
Oh,
of
it's
it.
Stewart Beach.
Well, it's it's called Lady Stewart, but it's right there over the causeway
Okay.
on Hutchinson Island. But I don't think. But the thing that's cool about the fishing trip, Kelly, is the captain allows us to fly the drones from the boat.
Yeah. So you're out at sea. Can you see
He
the
anchors
shore?
up. He anchors up.
Do you go out past the point where you can see the shore, or are you always in view
Oh
of the
yeah.
shore?
No, you're out there. You're out there. Yeah.
Like how far out?
4 or 5 miles sometimes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Actually, you could see the shore.
But it's off in the distance at 5
Yeah,
miles.
yeah. But he anchors up, which is good. That makes it easier to fly the drone from the boat,
And what was the biggest catch? Do you remember?
Well, actually, Michael Wright was flying his drone when the biggest fish, not of our group, but somebody else caught a mackerel, king mackerel, that is, that was almost 4 feet long.
What?
Yeah, yeah. He
Wow.
caught a nice fish, and obviously he won the pool on the boat. But most of us were catching fish, half a pound,
Yeah, yeah. Good
different
size.
kind of snappers and porgies type of thing, and it's just a fun morning. It's a
And
half day
you
trip.
keep them and clean them.
They'll clean them. The mates will clean them for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's part
if
of the
you
deal.
want that.
It's part of what
Yeah.
you're paying for.
Well, usually if you mate cleans, you give them a tip, but
Right, right. Okay.
and it's just a fun day. It
So
really is.
so
Hey,
you've
Chris
been
Hope, we got Chris Hope in the
Chris
house. How you
Hope in the
doing, Chris?
house. You've been Ray, being from New York, have you been up to the Finger Lakes and the St. Lawrence?
I've never been in that particular area. I went through what is it, the Thousand Islands up there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
St. Lawrence. So
Okay.
one of the things you can do up there, and I did this last year, is you can do a similar guided fishing trip, and they'll take you out. But what's cool about it is this is in an kind of old, probably 1940s, 1930s wooden boat, and it's an antique, and he takes you to all these places, and he'll drift. He'll just like you said, he'll pull up the anchor, and you'll kind of you'll drift along where there's rocks, and there's lots of places where bass like to hide because you're fishing
Yeah,
for bass. And
right.
then you pull in the bass, and the captain, his name is Pat, he will take them, put them all in a cooler, and then you go to an island and you park and you get off, and he's got all the stuff for a shore dinner. So he cleans the fish. He has a propane tank, and so he sets a big fryer up. First thing he does is makes bacon, and he makes a lot of bacon. And then he takes the bacon out and he makes BLTs, and that's your appetizer. This is about 1 PM, and you've been fishing since 7, so you're hungry.
Yeah,
So
sure.
so you eat a BLT, you have a little libations, whatever he has or whatever you brought with you, and then he takes the bacon grease, he breads the fish, and he cooks the fish in the bacon grease. Oh man,
Nice.
it's astonishingly
Oh,
good.
that's got to taste great. In the bacon grease? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I've never
yeah.
heard of fish being cooked up like that.
Well, it's I mean, he's already got it because he cooks the bacon first, and then more.
Hey,
I mean,
reptilian.
so many fish, and then when you're done, you got to go take a nap. That's
Oh, of course. Yeah, I know.
essential.
But I'll tell you, we're talking about fishing, and to tell you the truth, my latest video, just not to bore you with it, and I'll only show a little bit of
All
it,
right.
but it my favorite striped bass fishing spot.
Is that the
Playing your
Causeway?
Kelly.
Please hit the like button and subscribe to my
Yeah,
channel now.
that's
And if you hit the little bell,
that's
you'll
the
be
Palm
notified when
Quad
every
Bridge
video
in
is
Hampton Bays.
Oh yeah. Okay. What's
And
that other bridge next to it?
That's
that
the
doesn't-
old bridge, and they turned it into fishing piers at each end.
Oh, so you can go out and fish off the old bridge.
Yeah, the old fishing piers. But under that bridge there, it's phenomenal striped bass fishing.
Oh yeah, I see some folks out there.
I filmed my first YouTube video on a boat fishing at that bridge for striped bass.
Wow.
And it's on my YouTube channel still. I was
What
filming
year-
an episode of my TV show at the time, and I said, let me film a little. Maybe I'll try this YouTube, but never,
What year was that?
It was 14 years ago. Yeah.
14?
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, 2009, if I remember right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Early pioneer.
And we're talking about a fishing boat. This is one of the best fishing boats in this area, this particular area.
That's the one you go out on?
Well, it's very similar to it. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah,
how many
more or
people?
less.
How many people
This is
go out at
on Long
once?
Island. This is Long Island.
Oh, okay. The Shinnecock Star.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I
that's
love fishing, and I have to say, it's one of those things where you hate to give up your secret spots.
Yeah, I know. You
But,
make you make a video, and then all of a sudden everybody's going there.
Yeah. But anyway, well, I hope you can make the South Florida Drone meetup next year. Bring your wife.
I loved it. I'll say
Try to make it a family event.
if there was a Google or a Yelp review, I would give it 5 stars because it was really fun.
Thank
You
you.
guys did think of everything. And I'll tell you honestly, I've never seen so many prizes. I don't even know how you ended up with so many prizes. But
No, it's
what
amazing,
did you
and I got to say
you spent
thank you
almost
to
like 2
all those
hours.
sponsors. Really,
You spent almost 2 hours giving away prizes.
I know it was. I was amazed. I was really amazed. It was
I
the
think
best
you
one yet.
actually
So,
somebody said I was out talking to somebody or
hey,
flying
Leonard,
or
how you
something.
doing, Leonard?
And they said, "Oh, he called your name." And I was like, "Oh, it's been
Well,
going so long, I forgot they were giving away prizes."
we got to give Ken Dono a lot of credit, really, because he was
He
our primary, our platinum sponsor. He was the
yes,
biggest sponsor, and he
100%.
had specifically told me that one FPV drone, he wanted to give it to somebody who really thought could fly FPV and would really fly it the way it should be flown, and he presented it to you. I didn't know he was going to present it to you.
No, it was a total shock. Total shock.
I
And I think
know.
Jenna ended up with one. Jenna
Yes,
ended
she
up with
won one. Yes,
with a
she
really
did.
really nice little racing quad. So I have not talked to Dono in a bit. Have you talked to him recently?
No, not recently. Yeah, I
Okay.
watch his show on Wednesday nights.
Okay, yeah, but you haven't been in touch. So
No, but
I,
it's again, I got to say thank you to him. Because
yeah.
he came
Well,
through big time.
you said you have 80 commits for next year to come to.
Yeah, anybody can put their name on the list because we do pick one of those numbers out, and based on your position on the list, then you win a raffle prize. So,
Nice.
and
So
it's
if there's not 107 people, then does Barkley have to be 106?
I know, I'm telling you.
Or you just like start with 25 or something and then go from there.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
know,
start with 25, 26.
But it's funny because, hey, Eric, I hope you can make it. Yes, I hope you make it. You'll enjoy it. But Michael Wright, I usually have the drone committee listed 1 through 5, but Michael Wright, he wanted to be number 1.
Okay.
So we gave Michael Wright number 1 this year.
Nice.
So.
Well, I also will give a shout out to Brad, who printed up some very cool coins for Spin Up this year. He's got
Okay, yeah.
he's got coasters that are made of stone. They're kind of a granite or a slate material.
Very nice.
He did a few of those, but then he did coins for everybody. They're up at my office. I don't have them here, but they're really cool because they have 2 different colors. He printed 2 colors, and they have some sort of a way that they spin. So you can hold it in your hand and you can spin it, and it'll spin very frictionlessly. But there's
very cool.
No bearings. Do you do any 3D printing, Captain Ray?
I don't.
I'm pretty amazed
does,
with what people can
Brad
do.
does. I know that, and a lot of people do. But we're very appreciative to Brad because he makes up the lanyard holders for us.
I got those.
And the coasters, that he does that for you too.
Yeah, I got some of those.
Got to say thank you to Brad, really.
Yeah. No,
So.
he does a great job on that stuff. Really puts it out well. And I think he enjoys it. It's like one of those things that, he's got this awesome 3D printer and he wants to use it to help people as much as he can.
I know. And he does a great job. He really does.
Yep, 100%. Well, so are you, when you go to San Antonio, you're going to see the Alamo. There is also, I don't know how much time you have down there, but if you do have time, there is a really cool Japanese garden, and it's right by.
I saw that. Yes, I did read about that.
I've been to it
because I just happen to have my San Antonio travel guide right here.
Tour book, nice. Yeah, the Japanese
and it is
garden
listed in here.
It's free. I don't think it costs anything, and it's
nice.
It's very cool. You want to get there early because otherwise it gets pretty crowded.
Okay, yeah.
But it's if you've never seen a Japanese garden, it's a cool thing, and then the fact that it's in San Antonio makes it even kind of cooler, in my opinion.
Right.
Remember the name of the restaurant for breakfast?
I got to write it down.
Mi Tierra, MITIERA. Mi Tierra. I think it means my crown or my maybe my crown.
Okay, I have it written down. But listen, Kelly, I do have a little format, and it's nothing really sophisticated. And every week I give a little tip of the week.
Oh yeah.
And this week's tip really comes from John Olson. He's the one who said this might be a good tip. So go over your checklist before you leave to go fly.
Can't tell you how many times I've left and forgot something.
Exactly. I
Mm.
know. And that was a great little tip that
That is a
he
good one.
suggested. And I don't know how many times I've went and I forgot my controller one time.
Oh man. And you're dead in the water at that point, right? You really
Never mind,
can't.
the SD cards and
Yeah.
So make a little checklist and check it before you leave. Did
Yeah.
you have any other tips for the viewers or one tip anyway?
I will say invest in a good camping chair. Like there's nothing like a good camping chair to make flying more fun for me.
Right. No,
I
that's
I
a
did
good one.
I had this one from Academy that was pretty ripped up, and my wife got me a really nice one for my birthday like 2 years ago. So I like to go in style.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's good to have a chair. I have to sit. My back is so bad. I have to sit after a while, really.
Yeah, people don't think about that, but it really makes a difference on a flying excursion. I also think a battery bank. Like I can't tell you how many
Right?
times I've
Yep.
gone out and not had charge on
I
something.
got mine
so-
back there, and that I bought it based on Bill Ronayne. He had found it on sale, and he had told us about it. And during that live stream, I ordered mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
It's
carry it around.
it-
Actually, John Connecticut Pirate, and I used ours on Friday when we flew.
It's just great
Charged
that
up
you
some
can top
batteries.
stuff off or charge something that you forgot to charge. And if you're flying like a tiny whoop or something, those things will charge in like 20 minutes. Those little 1S batteries, you can have those charged in half an hour easily.
We got another superstar watching. Capture Life
Capture Life
Connection.
Connection.
Stevie
Howdy.
Bronx. How you doing, Stevie? Good to see you.
Yeah.
I know. No, that's good. Yeah.
I like your color scheme, by the way, Ray. The orange. I like that orange and white. Looks sharp.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah. I know you don't have too many choices to pick from.
No, I'm a big fan of orange. It's one of my favorites.
I like it. Anyway, I'm trying to see if there's any questions for you.
Oh yeah,
And
let me go back to the chat here.
yeah.
Make sure your
Anchor.
batteries
Yeah,
are charged.
Anchor. Yeah, they make a good one too.
Anchor does
I think-
make good stuff.
I
Yeah.
think Johnny has an Anchor. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
what I
Johnny, I
have.
didn't say hello to Johnny. I got to say hello to Johnny Drone Flyer.
Johnny Drone
How you
Flyer.
doing,
Hey
Johnny?
man, I want to be on your show. Just the dates you gave me were not good for me, but I sent you some other dates, so let's get it after spin up sometime in November. I do think as you get closer to
Thank you,
Christmas,
Stevie.
these kind of live streams are a lot of fun because I have more spare time. Like over the holidays, starting Thanksgiving through Christmas is usually slower for me travel wise and work wise, which is nice.
I know you're busy. You got a pretty big production company, right?
I do. I have
Yeah.
a production company. We just moved into a new studio. As a matter of fact, I had a shoot there Friday, and then I have another one there tomorrow morning. And I have to go back and reset some things tonight to get it ready for tomorrow morning. They want to start early.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess Chris is your number one guy, right? Or
He's Chris is my guy. Yes. Chris,
I know.
he definitely helps me with just about everything, but he helps me with production work as well. I mean, I actually
Yep.
pay him for a lot of it. So he does help out for free when he wants to and when it's just a fun thing. But I that trip out to Florida, I wanted to bring him out there and as a way to say thank you for all the drone stuff he's helped with. And
That was
honestly,
so good that he
he's-
came with you. Yeah.
he's a much better video editor than me. So if you see a video and it's pretty interesting, it is always a lot more likely that Chris edited it.
Well, Tom, Lens Capture Online is going to see if he can get to spin up at the last minute. Good. Okay,
Nice.
Tom.
Yeah, that would be
Good.
awesome. We'd love to see you there. Oh,
Well,
Uncle Bill's got the link to the battery pack.
Yeah. Okay. It's still $120. Good.
Is that one of those big ones? Hold on, I'm going to click on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Let me just grab it. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So it's got the 110 outlet built into it, and it's got a light built into it. Yeah, these things are.
Yeah, it's a big one.
We've had a couple of power outages here in Texas over the winter, and so having one of those is pretty essential.
Got a light.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, I use it quite a bit, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
So.
you can't beat it, and it's actually better for it to cycle the power than to not, right? If you use it, I think it actually is better for the batteries to have the power charged and discharged.
Right. And Johnny's got a Anchor 521. So.
Well, I know Johnny gets some storms there in Louisiana.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, did you know Johnny was he's known as the sausage guy down there in Louisiana?
No.
He makes his own Italian sausage.
No.
Oh
Man.
yeah, I'm telling you.
Like venison or what?
He was
Beef
taking
or
orders.
pork? What's in it?
And Johnny, tell us what the secret ingredients are.
We don't have to tell the secrets, just the general ingredients, you know.
I'm trying to see.
Isn't that an old saying though?
I gotta see if I can. There it is. Look at that.
That's pretty good. Don't they say you don't want to know how the sausage is made?
Well, I trust Johnny. You know, pork. Okay, pork.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing like some pork sausage.
I know.
That's good stuff. Has he got one of those big things you crank? You know, you put the stuff in and.
I mean, last year he made a video about it. I don't know if he did any videos this year, but
okay,
it was pretty interesting watching him make it. To tell you the truth.
Yeah. No,
so,
there's nothing like it, especially homemade.
But anyway, back to Spin Up, and you supply lunch, right, Kelly?
We do.
Right?
We'll have coffee and snacks in the morning, and then we'll have lunch in the afternoon. And then we will fly the next day at the AMA field, which is at
that same venue,
Old Settlers Park. Yep, it's got covered pavilion, you know, a place to sit out of the sun, place to do some repairs. It's got electricity. The city's done a nice job of Round Rock has done a nice job of putting all that facility in for pilots. And I don't think we have FRIA status yet there, but we're working on getting the FRIA status. So that becomes one of those places you can fly without any sort of regulations. You know, it's a dedicated spot where you don't have to register. You don't have to worry about it. And but it's on the list of places. I think right now the wait time to get FRIA status is kind of backed up.
And if you're brave enough, you could fly to that baseball stadium right there, right?
Yeah, it's close. It's close. Yeah, you're not legally supposed to fly over it. But you could fly. You could certainly fly up above it, and you can see down into it.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't want to be flying over it. Not to say people haven't done it. You know, the first year we did Spin Up, it was in that baseball stadium.
Oh, that's the stadium. Okay, yeah. I remember you did it at a stadium.
Dell Diamond. Yep, that's you know, like Dell Computers. They are. It's the minor league team for the Astros. The Round Rock Express. So
I don't know if I said hello to Mr. JRCs. How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, JRCs. Quadcopters and Tech. Good to see you.
I know. But I tell you, how many people? Can you tell us how many people are going?
Yeah, 42.
Good crowd? Yeah,
42. Okay. It's a little smaller. You know, I think honestly the fact that we had the F1 race kind of threw some people off because hotel prices got more expensive than they had been. So if I could have gone back, it would have been the first question I asked was what weekend is F1, but I didn't realize it until I already set plans in motion. But
we got an FPV superstar watching, Max Air
420.
How you doing, Max? Good to see you.
What's up? Like the little.
I know he likes it like that. Yeah.
I actually is he the one that has the DJI sucks shirt?
Yeah. But he deep down inside he loves DJI.
I just think that shirt is awesome. So
I know.
But not as awesome as your shirt, Ray. You have the
Well, yeah,
most
look
awesome
at it.
shirt.
I tell you, I wear it proudly. I do. I really
Yeah,
do.
that is a vintage 2020. Oh,
I,
by the way, I am also, if you want to know, I have every shirt that I ever made that hasn't been given away or sold, and I'm bringing all of them, and I'm selling them for $10 for one and 15 for two. So I've got
nice.
the old gray Ready Set Drone. I've got the old blue Ready Set Drone. I've got all the spin up shirts from every year that I have. I probably have about 10 left over from each year. I have my FPV shirts. So if you want a Ready Set Drone shirt for $10 or two for 15, that's it's a deal. Bring cash or Venmo or whatever. And I hope my wife is like, you should really just sell all your old shirts and get some new ones. Start fresh in 2024. I'm like, that's a pretty brilliant idea. So that's what
That's
we're
what
doing.
that's what we used to do when I ran the fishing tournaments. We'd sell last year's shirt for like half price.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the goal, is to get these
Yep.
shirts out. But I can't tell you, Ray, like you were talking about when the show started, that you get a little nervous about people if they're going to show up, and certainly for an event like your meetup, or for Spin Up, or for any of these meetups, you get a little nervous. Are people going to show up? Well, then the second thing is, are people wearing your shirts? And it makes me so happy when I see people out in the world wearing the shirts.
Exactly. You're right. You're
Oh, Primal
absolutely right.
Drones, you may be right about Texas Rangers versus Astros. I think the Rangers just swept the Astros in the playoffs, didn't they? That's
I haven't been following it, so I can't
yeah.
get in on this. But anyway, hey, how you doing, Jody? Drone Shots, good to see you. And
But
did I say hello to Warren Akirasho? How you doing? Good to see you.
I'll say the shirts were one of the best things I ever did, honestly, for my channel, was to make those
Your
shirts,
shirt,
give
I'm
them out
sorry,
early.
Kelly.
Well, because they're everywhere.
But your shirt was the first drone shirt I bought.
Oh,
way
really?
back when. Yeah,
A
way
Ready Set
back
Drone
when I was watching you guys, and I says, I'm gonna buy one of those shirts.
Probably 2018,
And
2019,
I
something
still
like
have
that.
it. It's light blue, ready,
Yeah.
set, drone.
Well,
I
if
have
you
it
need
down
to
in
replace
Florida.
it, I got a bin full of those that I'm selling for $10 at Spin Up. So
Nice.
yeah, it'll be fun.
And okay. Steve says it's 1-1. Okay.
Oh, one. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
My mom is a huge Astros fan. So
oh, is she?
yeah, she
Okay.
loves the Astros. And she's always been. They've lived in Houston forever. She's always been a Astros fan since I was a kid. Well, the Astros never won. They went to the playoffs occasionally, but they got beat. But they finally got into the World Series, won, and then it turned out they were cheating. Did you hear about all that?
No.
There was some sort of thing with the signals they were given, the signs, or maybe they had a camera trained on the other. I don't know what was going on, but it was something shady. So leave it to Houston.
All right. But listen, another video I have queued up, and then I got to show a viewer video.
Okay.
But is I what happened here? Okay. Let me see.
That's classic.
I know. No, that's not really what I wanted. Unless a commercial came up. Where did it go? Huh.
Hold on. While you're finding it, I got to let my dog out. I don't know if you can hear her whining, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
she's hold on. I'll be right back.
All right.
I think some people came home, so she was like wanting to go out and say hello.
Okay. Now I have another one of your videos queued up, and maybe you could talk about it, because I thought this video was cool at the time, where you fly right through a business.
Oh yeah. So that's Haymaker.
Talk about this. Tell everybody about this video.
So this was almost exactly a year ago. It was last October, and this is my friend. I have a friend who went to a high school with. He's the owner of this bar. That's him there in the hat at the bar, and they had soccer going on that morning. They had the Chelsea team group there, and then it was also Texas OU for 2022. And yeah, he just said if you come do a flight through. So I flew through with the Avata, flew through in stabilized mode. You know, I didn't want to try doing this in acro, and it took me about 6 takes to get this take. And this one was pretty good. And then Chris helped me out with adding all the sound effects. So you don't really hear them now, but if you watch it with the sound on, you'll hear like the shaker while the drinks are being made. You'll hear the cash register. You'll hear glasses clinking together.
From StreamYard. I'm so
yeah, that was a
excited to
fun
announce that
experience.
local
I'll tell you, it's
recordings are
nerve-wracking
now
though. When you're
available
trying
on
to fly
StreamYard.
with
Have you
people
ever
all
done a
around, it's
recording
very
where your guests
nerve-wracking.
just had terrible internet issues? They were blurry,
Well,
they were freezing. You could almost hardly hear them.
It's
Well, with local recordings from StreamYard,
it's
you'll be
one
able
of
to
those
download
things
a
where
perfect
I tell you, I think it's these fly through videos are so cool because I mean it's the new thing in advertising, correct?
Yeah. It's. I mean, that bowling video is what set it all off. You remember the one where the guy flew through the bowling alley? I think it was called right up your alley or right up my alley, something like that. He flew
I
through,
know, I
goes
know.
back all into the place where the pins get dropped down. I mean, that was pretty cool. But Ray, get yourself a Nevada. I'll tell you, just a little bit of practice and you'll be doing it. You'll be flying through your yacht club, you know, where you keep your boat, flying through the sail through the masts or the biminis on the boats, all that stuff.
We got Ben Cartwright watching. How you doing, Ben?
Ben
Good to
Cartwright.
see you. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
it's the only thing that makes the
I'm
fly-throughs-
nervous about it.
Well,
To be honest with you,
the thing that makes the fly-throughs nerve-wracking is all the people, because you can't control people, right? You don't know if somebody's going to get up and swat the drone or do anything like that. That's out of your control. But I'll tell you, it's fun, and when you get the shot, like you get all the way through it. I just hit the like button, by the way. When you get all the way through, and it's really nice that you're able to accomplish that. And then he was super happy to share that, you know, on his website for his bar.
sure.
Uncle Bill, does he have a drone fly through of his place?
I don't think so, but that's a great idea. Thinking
Yeah.
about it, Bill. I don't know if he's still in the chat.
When
yeah,
everybody's there for
that's
the
a
Florida
great
meetup,
idea.
when everybody's there for the meetup, you'd have enough people to kind of cover that, you know, the entire place, really. I mean, it's 80 people or so. You could have someone at the pool tables. You could have somebody in the bowling alley. You could have people at the bar. I mean, it's a
Well,
big place.
I haven't officially asked Bill if the bowling alley and Sticks Billiard Club is going to sponsor the South Florida Drone Meetup, but I'm sure they will.
Well, it was
a great idea.
It was a
And
great
we'll
place
have
to
to
meet
do
up
that
the
if they'll
first night
allow it.
last year. It was a really great place. But yeah, if you could coordinate a drone fly through, I'll tell you the one other thing that's nice to have on that is either a walkie-talkie or a headset so you can talk to the pilot so that someone can be walking around. Because if they're wearing goggles, they're not really situationally aware. So if they have something
So Bill is saying that I don't mean to cut you off, but he mentioned that
non-DJI.
the Stewart Airport is right there, so
Oh yeah.
DJI drone couldn't even take off. Yeah,
Well, you
thinking
could
about it.
do it with a Gep RC, or you could do it with you could do it with a little tiny whoop kind of thing. Something
Well,
that
the
would
year
be safe.
before, the guy Lee Adventure FPV, he was flying inside the billiard area.
Okay.
That was cool. I have to say,
With a
We're
little
gonna have to talk
tiny
about that,
whoop
Bill.
kind of thing.
We'll figure something out, hopefully.
Yeah.
But that's a great suggestion, really, Kelly.
Yeah.
It really is. I got to say thank you for that.
It would be a cool promo, and you could even use it to promote the Florida meetup too.
Yeah, no, it's good. But anyway, I also show a viewer video, and this
let's
week
see it.
I had asked Marcus Crawford, that is Idaho
Yep,
Quadcopter,
yep.
if I could show a little
I'm
of
gonna
his.
Start recording now. I forgot.
And
to start
he
recording
did
on a flight earlier.
comparison
Mini 3 Pro, but
video of the Air
starting
2S
recording and
the Air
93%
3
on the
at
battery.
the
I don't
Snake River
know. Charge it
Canyon.
just
Oh,
yet.
nice.
Are you familiar with
go
the
ahead and
Snake
do
River
a
Canyon?
Yeah, it's where
test
Evil
on the
Knievel
app.
jumped over the canyon, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah. And I love
both of these
Marcus's
drones,
videos when he
we'll
does
try
them
out
at the
their
Snake
precision
River
landing. I'm going to
Canyon.
go straight up.
So you
7
can't
meters
see it.
high
He's
is how high
gonna
DJI
go forward,
wants
and
you
you'll
to
be
go
able to
before
see
you
the
move off.
gorge
Yeah,
there, huh?
that's what I want to
That's
show
pretty close,
everybody.
6.5 meters. We'll go ahead and inch it up
And
to that 7 meters.
he
Okay,
really
I overshot it just a
explains
little.
the different features of
So
drones.
we're good to
He
go
does
there.
great videos. That's
Let's
all I
bring
can
it
say about
straight back
Marcus.
down.
Yeah, I should watch this one because I have an
And,
Air 2S, and I've kind of
keep on
been
looking at us.
wondering
I'm gonna
if
move
the
There's the
3 is
canyon.
worth it.
There's the
our
canyon.
Yeah,
camera so that
that.
we can see the
So
see
where
the
did
drone
Evil
in here. I'm
Knievel jump
pointed
over?
towards
Do you
the
know?
canyon, as
I
you
don't
can
know
see.
exactly
The
where.
drone moved around
Marcus
here.
would have
So
the
there we
answer
are.
to that.
You can see where I'm standing on the side of the canyon here.
But
So nothing left to do but
It's a long drop.
get our drone. I'm going to drop that camera down just a little bit so that when
and
we do our droning, we're looking down at us. So reversing up now. Reversing it up.
but he has to go down rather than up. He has to go down into the canyon.
Right,
And
right.
I'm in
Like it
normal
thinks it
mode.
thinks it's underground.
Look at
It's
that
starting to
canyon,
speed up
Kelly.
here a little bit.
That is
Yeah, it's up to
beautiful.
12 meters per second there.
Yeah.
But
Out over
Have
the
you been to
canyon.
Idaho before?
no, no.
I've
I would
been,
like.
went
It's on
once
my
for
list. It's on my
a
list.
little bit over 100
family
meters,
reunion.
and
I went once, and we went to
let's
McCall,
head,
which is about 100 miles north
this
of
is
Boise.
actually going to be kind of
So
south.
just
Okay.
flew into
down
Boise,
the,
rented a car, and then drove
down the
up
canyon here.
through the mountains. And McCall was just this beautiful little town.
Let's these drones are both pretty quick. That's normal
Yeah,
mode.
Marcus does
about
have a
15
great
meters per
location.
second.
That's
Can you
pretty
imagine
nice.
flying here
in
though, Kelly?
sport mode.
I would love
Really?
that.
Michael
Sport mode,
Wright
there we
went
go.
out and flew with Marcus
Hey,
last
And
you
year.
don't
let's
see
see
a
if this
person.
guy
You don't
will
see
get
another
up,
person anywhere.
Kind of see
It's like he's the only one
speed-wise,
there.
You know, we're up to
Well, he's going to
19
fly
meters per
down later
second.
in the video when he does pass a
That
couple of
is
vehicles
over
down
40
there.
miles
Okay.
an hour.
But I mean, up on the ledge where he
The Air
is,
3
you
is
don't
gonna
see
be a little
anybody
bit
else.
faster than that, but we'll
But I
try
want to
it
say
the
thank
other
you to
direction
Marcus
as
for letting me
well.
show this part of this video.
But
And if
boy,
you
Yeah,
want
that's
to watch
awesome.
the whole thing, I
FPV
highly
screen, I can
recommend
tell you
it.
that.
Idaho
And
quadcopter.
And if you're not subscribed to Marcus, subscribe to his channel. But anyway, Kelly,
He's original drone person. He's been around since the beginning.
yes. I have to say, your channel, Marcus and Ron, Drone Nation. I used to watch way back in the day.
Yeah.
Ken Herron, Billy Kyle. We could spend an hour me mentioning the names of all the drone celebrities that I watched and learned so much from, really. So I got to say thank you to you, Kelly, for teaching me how to fly drones.
Thank you for having me on, Captain Ray. This is great. I feel very honored. And
anyway,
again, your event is top notch. Spin Up, and if you only attend 2 events every year, make sure there's Spin Up and the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. But I tell you, the hour flew by, and
oh man,
I don't want to go into
dinner time.
Al Duranafy's time. He does a live stream, and sometimes Pilot Institute does a live stream at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Now, but then we got the Grumpy Vlogger at 8.
Lloyd.
And Drone Nation at 9. So Monday night's a busy night. But I want to say thank you, Kelly, for being on. I know it's a busy week for you.
This week is a little busy,
but I look forward to meeting you.
Looking forward to seeing all my friends here on Friday.
And now's the time for you to say your goodbyes and anything you want to promote. And if you're not subscribed to Kelly, do it now.
Please do. No, I'm just happy to be on. Happy to have around all these folks that I've gotten to know over the years. It's been fun and always nice to see people in the chat, but even better to see them in person live.
It's true. When you meet them, it's just great. It really is. I look forward to seeing the guys, meeting them, every year.
It is nice.
But I got to say thank you to everybody in the chat for watching tonight. The show wouldn't be a success without you. And Kelly, I'll see you very shortly, all right?
See you in a couple of days. Have a good time in San Antonio, and we'll see you up in Austin.
All right, everybody, have a good night. Get out there, fly for fun. We got a great show. Viewer videos this week on the Fly for Fun show on Wednesday with Johnny and myself. So
sweet.
And most importantly, fly safely. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care.